Welcome to Live Interactive English. Hello everyone, I'm Karen.
Hey everybody, I am Shane, and we are looking at part 2 of the dangers of deepfakes and how to detect them.
That's right. So in part 1, we actually learned what deepfakes are, and I think some serious problems that can be caused from these deepfakes.
Yeah, but usually, I think most of the time, they're kind of used for entertainment value. Like there's, on YouTube, I've seen a bunch of videos of Tom Cruise.
Okay.
Yeah, Tom Cruise, I'm putting that in quotation marks.
Because it's not real Tom Cruise.
Yes, but it looks exactly like him and it sounds like him, and he's just doing everything, like everyday things, just like going outside, hanging out in his house, like he's just doing like a live video. Like it has that kind of feeling, and it looks and sounds just like him, but when he was younger.
Really? So is that legal though?
Yeah, that's the thing, is I don't know how the legality of these things actually work.
And I saw another video of people warning parents not to post the pictures of their kids online. And then I was looking at the video and I was wondering why, because I like posting pictures of my daughter. I think I can share with my friends. But no, here's the dangerous part, is because some people, if they can use the AI technology and they can create a deep fake of your kids, and then they will maybe use that to video chat you and then tell you, hey, mom, dad, I've been kidnapped.
It's like a video of your daughter or son saying, I've been kidnapped. Maybe something simple.
Yes.
And when the AI, if it has a face, it can make it move. Like there's an app I use that takes a picture and then has it like smile and move around like that. And I did one of my mom, and it was like, oh, my mom's back. It was she's passed away, and it just felt like, oh my goodness, it's really incredible.
Exactly. So I think some criminals can really use deep fakes as a tool to trick people.
Okay, well, let's take a look at part 2.
All right.
Deepfake technology makes it hard to tell what's real from what's fake. But there are ways to spot deepfakes. Sometimes people use deepfake filters to change their faces in group chats or online job interviews. To detect this, you can ask somebody to turn their head completely to one side, as most face mapping filters don't work on a person's profile. Getting someone to wave their hand in front of their face can also break the filter. As for deepfake videos, people in these often make unnatural eye or head movements, which can be noticeable. Also, their voices may not align with the movements of their mouths. Other things to look out for are unclear backgrounds, strange-looking skin and hands, or words written incorrectly. These are all common in AI-produced content.
Okay, so this is part 2 of the dangers of deepfakes and how to detect them.
So let's dive into the article.
Okay.
Deepfake technology makes it hard to tell what's real from what's fake. But there are ways to spot deepfakes. Really? I thought there aren't any ways where we can, tell which one is fake, which one is real. Well, let's find out more.
To spot means like to notice or to find out something.
Exactly.
Right?
Okay, so sometimes people use deepfake filters to change their faces in group chats or online job interviews. Okay.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people do that. Like people, what I've been doing like a group chat, you know, and people will just do like a cartoon face or something like that. So they're talking and the face moves along, and it just looks like a little cartoon just sitting there talking to you. It's really weird.
That's true, but also for online job interviews too.
Yeah.
But why would you want to use it for job interviews?
Maybe to make yourself look better.
But eventually they will see you in person, no?
What are they going to do? Hire you and then fire you because you don't look as good?
Okay, I get it. I see.
maybe. Okay. All right. So to detect this, you can ask somebody to turn their head completely to one side, as most face mapping filters don't work on a person's profile.
Oh, so the side of your face.
Yeah. So in order for this AI to work, it needs to see certain spots on the face. If it goes to the profile, it's going to get very confused.
Ah, I see.
So getting someone to wave their hand in front of their face can also break the filter.
Got it.
Makes sense, right? Because it's really trying to pick out spots on your face. So if you put your hand there, suddenly now it can't detect the motions and your face.
I got it. Okay, so as for deepfake videos, people in these often make unnatural eye or head movements, which can be noticeable. Okay, unnatural eye and head movements. So if you really look carefully, you would think that, okay, maybe it's not a real person doing that, right?
Something just seems a little bit off about it, right?
Exactly. Also, their voices may not align with the movements of their mouths. So right here, align just means they're not in sync with the movements of your mouth. Maybe the voice is saying something, but the mouth, it's not really matching, you know, to the voice.
I'll do an example. Hey, what are you doing?
Something like that.
You know, like in the old kung fu movies, like we used to watch like karate or kung fu movies in the day, and they're like, hey, I'm talking to you. What are you doing? And the mouth would be moving, like because they were subbing it from the Chinese, right, into English.
That's right.
So it's really interesting. Okay. Other things to look out for are unclear backgrounds, strange-looking skin and hands, or words written incorrectly.
So you have to be very observant to notice these things. If you look super carefully, then you might notice like the skin, the hands, and the words, right?
Right, but the problem is if you're just looking at something casually, you're not thinking so much about, is this a deep fake? You know, you're not looking that carefully.
That's right.
Okay, continuing. These are all common in AI-produced content.
AI-produced content. So what's a content?
So content here is a noun, and it means the information or other material contained on a website or other digital media.
That's right.
So for example, you can say the influencer puts out new content every day.
And they have to make sure the content is very interesting so they would gain more followers or more people who want to watch their videos.
Right. So it could be anything. Content could be their photos, it could be them doing live video, could be doing podcast, anything like that could be content.
Exactly. Okay, so I guess we won't be fooled by AI completely, right?
Right. Right. Why don't we take a break and we'll get right back into it.
All right.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。声位技术让人真假难辨，我们今天要来看看有什么方法可以识破声位。课文提到说，有时人们在群组聊天或者是线上求职面试中，会使用声位滤镜来改变自己的容貌。那你可以要求对方把头转到侧脸，或者是在自己面前挥手，这些都有可能可以破坏滤镜的效果。那至于声位影片，影片中的人物常会有不自然的眼睛或头部动作，这可能蛮明显的。而且他们的声音可能跟嘴部动作不一致。其他要注意的地方还有那种不清楚的背景看起来很奇怪的皮肤和手等等，这些在人工智慧生成的内容里都很常见。我们就要有敏锐的观察力去仔细查看那些细节。Karen 老师他这时候用到 observant。observant observant 这个形容词它是形容观察力敏锐的。那么课文单字 content 在这边当名词，它可以指书籍、影片、演讲等等的内容，这时候是当不可数名词。好，那它也可以指内容物、目录，这时候会固定用复数型。另外文中它用到 align with something 来表达与什么一致，与什么同步。align 是当动词，表达成一直线或是对准的意思。 Karen 老师这时候用到一个用语是 in sync with somebody or something. Sync 是拼作 S-Y-N-C， 那这个用语表示与某人事物来同步协调。反义的用法是 out of sync with somebody or something。好，这边一个重点，我们进入文法时间。这边我们来学习形容词子句的非限定用法。非限定用法的形容词子句用来补述说明先行词，那么先行词会是专有名词啊，或者是独一无二的人事物。我们来看看关系代名词的使用规则。当先行词是人的时候，关系代名词做主格要用 who， 做受格要用 whom。那么先行词是事物的时候，关系代名词则是用 which。好，注意一下，关系代名词前面要加逗号哦，那不可以用 that 代替。我们看两个例句 ：Mark showed us his new car, which he bought last month. Mark 给我们看他的新车，那是他上个月买的。注意到 which 前面有加逗号。第二个例句是 Ken's brother, whom I had lunch with yesterday, is a musician. Ken 的哥哥是音乐家，我昨天有跟他一起吃午餐。那注意 whom 引导的这个子句有用逗号跟句子隔开。接回到课文中。
If you're still unsure whether or not a clip is real, companies like Microsoft and Intel have developed programs to help detect deepfakes. There is also a website called Detect Fakes that helps people analyze videos. In the age of deepfakes, it's important to keep a critical mind and consult many different sources to make sure a video is real. Remember to fact-check things you see online, especially if they are related to current events or famous people.
Welcome back. So before the break, we realized that, in fact, people are using this right now to do things like interviews, using deepfakes to do things like in chats, chatting to make you look like that. But there are some ways to detect whether this is a real person or if it's a deep fake. So, for example, one thing to do is ask them to turn to their profile.
That's right.
Or have them wave their hand in front of their face. And there's other little things to just look out for, like hands and just like maybe
your skin,
their voice and your mouth being out of sync. You know, it's not aligned correctly. So there's quite a few ways to find out.
That's right. I mean, you have to be very observant. You have to look very carefully and just don't trust everything you see online. Okay, so let's continue. If you're still unsure whether or not a clip is real, companies like Microsoft and Intel have developed programs to help detect deep fakes. Oh, yay, that's great news.
Yeah. So they say clip here, they mean a video clip.
That's right, like a footage.
Yeah.
There is also a website called Detect Fakes that helps people analyze videos. Okay, then that would be a great tool for people to use if they are questioning the things that they see online.
All right, and so enlighten us. What is a website? I think most people know, right? Okay.
So website, that is a noun. It's a set of pages on the internet where a company or an organization or an individual person puts information. So you could have a website for your company, or you could have a website for your own profile.
Yeah, right? or like for like a food blog or
That's right.
like that.
For anything. Okay, so for example, you could say, check out our website to learn more about our products.
Right. Okay, we also had another vocabulary word, analyze. So analyze is a verb. It means to examine the nature or structure of something, especially by separating it into its parts in order to understand or to explain it. So for example, you can say, I can analyze people's facial expressions to see if they are lying.
I think some people are actually really, really good at doing that.
In the age of deepfakes, it's important to keep a critical mind and consult many different sources to make sure a video is real.
Exactly, because we don't want to spread false information or rumors, right? If you watch a video and you start sharing the video with your friends, but what if the video is fake, right? Then that would be a big problem.
And we saw here in the age of deep fakes. So when we say in the age of something, we're meaning that in the time while this thing exists.
That's right.
So right now, this time when deepfakes exist is the age of deepfakes.
Exactly. And we're also looking at this word here, critical. And that is an adjective. It just means involving making fair, careful judgments about the good and bad qualities of somebody or something. So for example, critical thinking helps us make better decisions. And I think it's very, very important to go through these trainings when you are in school, right?
Right. Yeah, you know, critical thinking is probably one of the most important things that you can learn, especially in higher education, like in university and stuff like that. We also have another vocabulary word, which is consult. Consult means to look in or at something to get information. So for example, you can say, Brenda didn't know the meaning of the word, so she consulted a dictionary.
Ah, so she kind of looked it up in a dictionary.
Exactly. Remember to fact check things you see online, especially if they are related to current events or famous people.
That's right. Just because they're famous, it doesn't mean that whatever they're saying is the truth.
Yeah, and you know, when a lot of current events, like we mentioned before, like wars and things are going on, it's really important whether these things are true or not. So you need critical thinking to really analyze these things and to do more research.
That's right. So you can make the right judgment, right? So we do have a what do you think question. So let me ask you, do you think that deep fake technology should be banned? So when you say it should be banned, that means no one should be allowed to use it.
I believe that deepfakes should be able to exist.
Really?
And the reason why is because like almost every new technology, we're afraid of it when it first happens because we're not really sure how to control it.
That's right.
Or we're afraid it's going to get out of hand. But I think as long as we are careful and that we use it wisely, use critical thinking, I think that deep fakes could actually have a lot of value, especially in entertainment, like being able to see, you know, an actor, so being able, maybe even being able to make a loved one come back to life.
I guess so. I guess you're right. I see your point.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I understand that. But I think people really should be educated on how to use it in a way where it does not hurt people or cause any trouble.
Right. Okay, well, that's all the time we have for deep fakes. So we guarantee we are real.
That's right.
We are not
Not
going to,
AI.
Yeah. We are not deep fakes, okay? So we hope you enjoyed this lesson, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
如果你还不确定影片是不是真的，现在有一些公司已经开发了协助检测声位的程式，还有呢，有一个叫做 Detect Fakes 这个网站，它可以帮忙来分析影片。课文最后提到，在声位的时代，保持批判性思维，还有查阅多方不同来源，以确保影片真实性，这是很重要的。同学们要记得，不要轻易相信你在网络上看到的东西，最好要先做事实查核。那我们学一下。Fact check 就可以当动词来表达对什么进行事实查核，而单字 website 是网站 ，analyze 是当动词表示分析，它的名词 analysis 就是指分析。再看到 critical， 它是形容批判性的，这个字也可以形容像艺术、文学、电影等等，它是评论的，或是形容评论界的。再看到 consult， 这个动词表示查阅、请教或是咨询。好，这边两个重点，我们进入文法时间。我们来看第一个重点是 whether 可以引导名词子句表达是否怎么样。 whether 之后可以接 or not， 那也可以把 or not 移到名词子句的句尾。也就是说啊 ，whether 引导名词子句可以把它写作 whether or not 主词加动词，或是 whether 主词加动词 or not， 或者是你也可以省略 or not 就写作 whether 主词加动词。例如 I don't know whether or not he's a vegetarian， 或者是 I don't know whether he's a vegetarian or not， 或者是 I don't know whether he's a vegetarian， 我不知道他是否吃素。第二个重点是 be related to 加上名词的用法。那首先它可以表达与什么有关，涉及什么什么。像 I want to buy him a gift that is related to his hobbies， 我想要买跟他嗜好有关的礼物送给他。那第二个它可以用来表达说，以人来说是跟什么有亲戚关系的，以动物来说是跟什么什么有亲缘关系的。例如 Is she related to Emma？ 她跟 Emma 有亲戚关系吗？好，那以上的这些讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
Deepfake technology makes it hard to tell what's real from what's fake. But there are ways to spot deepfakes. Sometimes people use deepfake filters to change their faces in group chats or online job interviews. To detect this, you can ask somebody to turn their head completely to one side, as most face mapping filters don't work on a person's profile. Getting someone to wave their hand in front of their face can also break the filter. As for deepfake videos, people in these often make unnatural eye or head movements, which can be noticeable. Also, their voices may not align with the movements of their mouths. Other things to look out for are unclear backgrounds, strange-looking skin and hands, or words written incorrectly. These are all common in AI-produced content. If you're still unsure whether or not a clip is real, companies like Microsoft and Intel have developed programs to help detect deepfakes. There is also a website called Detect Fakes that helps people analyze videos. In the age of deepfakes, it's important to keep a critical mind and consult many different sources to make sure a video is real. Remember to fact-check things you see online, especially if they are related to current events or famous people.
Here's how to play. The host will be holding 3 cards. Each card will have 2 sentences containing a secret vocabulary word or phrase that has been replaced by the word bear. The host will read the sentences out loud for the contestants to guess. Whoever guesses first gets a point. The person with the most points wins. And you can play along too.
Hey everyone, I'm Carolyn.
And I'm Toy.
And I'm Winnie. Are you both ready to play?
I'm ready. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, the first one is a noun and it's one word. Amy's last bear was a lizard. I kept snails as bears as a kid.
Pets.
Yes. Yeah, I'm going to give it to Toy though. I heard Toy first. Okay, so I'll read the sentences with the word. Amy's last pet was a lizard. I kept snails as pets as a kid.
I did too.
Really?
I did. Yeah, I loved snails. Yeah. I'm a weird person.
There's nothing weird about it.
Wait, the big ones or like
the small ones and then the kind of medium-sized ones.
Okay, because we don't have the really big ones.
Yeah, I really
a lot of the
those
small
things.
ones end up in my plants in my garden.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the next one. The next one is a verb. It's one word. Zach doesn't like to bear his teachers. It's hard to train a puppy to bear commands.
Listen, oblige.
Obey?
Yes, obey. Ooh.
No, you said listen already, so I was like, what else is...
Okay, I'll read the sentences with the word. Zach doesn't like to obey his teachers. It's hard to train a puppy to obey commands.
Yeah, because I was thinking of obedient, but I was like, I forgot.
There are a few synonyms it could have been, a few similar words. Yeah. Okay, the last one. You have a chance.
Okay.
Okay, it's a phrase and it's 2 words.
Okay.
David bared his mom bear during Christmas. I can bear you bear at the party if you don't know anyone.
Introduce you.
Help you out?
Buy you presents.
I'll read them again. David bared his mom bear during Christmas. I can bear you bear at the party if you don't know anyone.
Show you around? Show around?
Introduce you. Help you out.
Introduce you. Why am I saying this? Okay. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it keep company. So the sentence is David kept his mom company during Christmas. I can keep you company at the party if you don't know anyone.
That was a tough one.
I think because it was split.
Yes.
When they're split,
makes
it
it
is harder.
tougher.
Yeah, but Toy is the winner. Congratulations. 2 out of 3. Sorry.
Next.